YouTube, I just got back from the ER. I did not go to the ER to make a YouTube video. I was ill. I had an incredibly rare diagnosis, but the most dangerous thing about my diagnosis was if it were to be misdiagnosed. It's so rare that the doctor that literally looks like Santa Claus, he looked really old. He said he's only seen this 4 times in his career. Let's go.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Dkayed, coming right at you from the emergency room. We're here to find some Yu-Gi-Oh cards underneath the bed.
I found an MST under the bed.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at him. Let's go.
Very quickly, am I dying? I'm not dying. The doctor said I was very lucky to have this incredibly rare issue that they were able to successfully diagnose through a CT scan. So let's walk through this. Friday night, which was how many days ago? I'm making this video as of Tuesday. So yesterday was Monday, the day before was Sunday, then the day before that was Saturday, then we have Friday night. Friday night, I started feeling stomach pain. Bad stomach pain in the lower left quadrant of my abdomen. I was not worried about it. I was thinking, you know what? It felt just like runner's cramp. This is a picture of me after running. If you have a lot of fluid or eat and then run, you might have a cramp. And that's exactly what it feels like. You probably have felt this yourself. So that's pretty much me going to bed on Friday night. And then I went through the MCS, and the entire MCS, I was feeling the pain. I would hide the camera frequently by just tapping it off and just be wincing in pain. I didn't want it to distract in the MCS, so not until the end of the MCS did I mention that, oh, by the way, I felt like crap the entire day, but I love you all, and I was in a lot of pain. Projecting my voice, laughing, coughing, just standing up was hurting. Now, I don't really feel the pain when I'm just sitting. I feel the pain when, if I touch it, it hurts a lot. So by Sunday, or even I think Saturday night, because I've been having it for at least 24 hours, that's when we were looking at this chart and we're going, oh no, what is wrong with me? So we were looking in this area. People were thinking I had kidney stones, but I didn't have back pain. I didn't have painful urination. And then another thing was diverticular disease. Diverticular, sorry for mispronouncing it. I'll just put it, diverticular disease. So thank you so much. Now, apparently you only get that when you're 50 years old and you're old. So it was still a possibility that I had this. It's where, Gia, do you remember what exactly it is? We do have it on the screen pretty much. It is when a blood patch in your intestines, like exploding. And yes, and then it's just kind of chilling there. And we really thought it was that, so that was a big problem. Inflammatory bowels, kind of a chronic disease. Constipation. I feel like I maybe caused constipation after the issue. We then, Monday night, 4 a.m. So all of Sunday, I'm not streaming. I still feel pain in my stomach. Monday, I stream. And during the stream, I'm also feeling a lot of pain. So it is 4 a.m. going into another stream, which would be today's stream. And I live in America. So if you're wondering why I did not quickly go to a doctor, I believe most in America, they want to try to fix their issue before they go to the doctor. Because while the healthcare is great, it's overpriced. It's very expensive. Just walking into the emergency room is going to be 500 bucks. And from my experience as a medical lab scientist, if you go into the emergency room as a girl and you're going to have something where they need to check if you're pregnant, even if you know you're not pregnant, maybe you need a CT scan and they need to check for pregnancy, that's $700 to check if you're pregnant. $700. That is insane. Now, to be more correct, it's $400 to check if you're pregnant And then if you are pregnant, it's $300 to see how pregnant you are. And I believe a pregnancy kit test at the store, Gia, is how much money? $5? $5 turns into $700. So I really don't want to go to the doctor if I could help it. If I could help it, I don't want to go to the doctor. And in my arm, I have something like this. This is not my picture. They shove the needle in my arm, and they take my blood, a bunch of blood tubes, and they tested my blood. My blood was perfectly normal. My blood pressure was normal, so I'm very happy about that. They hooked me up to saline, and the saline was just going through my arm, and I just felt cold chills throughout my entire arm. But I didn't want to bend my arm because it hurts a lot. There's a freaking needle in your arm, in your vein. Moving on, while we were there, the next test I had to do was going into a CT scan. So that looks like this. So a radiologist tech would put you through this, and then I believe a radiologist will look at the results, or maybe only be consulted if the results are rare. Otherwise, the main doctor will look into it. So I went up and down this a few times, and this is probably about 2 hours into being into the emergency room. We went into the emergency room. We near instantly got a room, right, Gia? We got a room near instantly, but then just waiting for the CT scan was taking forever. I guess this was a very popular machine that day. Here's another picture of what the CT scan could look like. Going up and down it would tell you to hold your breath for a while and then breathe in, breathe out. All right. My doctor looked like this. Literally, this is what my doctor... He had the mustache. He had the beard. He had everything. This is what my doctor looks like. And after everything, the doctor said, I'm going to have to give you a lesson on anatomy. It's like 8:45 a.m. after 4 a.m. of waiting. And everything going through my mind is, I'm going to need surgery. They're not going to know what's wrong with me. That's a big problem. I know that something's wrong with me because I discussed in bed with Gia at 4 a.m. I was thinking, this is where we had the line being crossed. The line being crossed was, Gia was saying, do you think you're going to feel better by tomorrow? And I just straight up, there's no way. There's no way I'm going to be better by tomorrow. And I think that's probably a good rule of thumb. I maybe should have taken that rule from Saturday and not wait till Monday 4 a.m., which was actually Tuesday 4 a.m., Monday nights, to decide to go to the doctor. And that was the main thing, just figuring out what's wrong with me. So the doctor said, basically, your colon goes up and around and down, and on your colon and your intestines is fatty tissue to protect it. So if you don't know about that exactly, it's not body fat, it's fatty tissue that protects your organs. So if you are doing jumping jacks, you got your fatty tissue. Gia, you can correct me if I'm wrong. It kind of cushions your organs. And what he basically said is the fatty tissue on my colon got twisted or lost blood flow, and that this was incredibly rare. So I was thinking, oh no, what the hell did I do? Do you have to do flips to do this? Do you have to move a certain way? Did I hurt myself getting out of the freaking bed? I'm not really active, so what the hell did I do? Maybe I ate something? And he basically said that no one really knows how to get this. It's incredibly rare. Only 4 times he's seen it in his entire career. And this wasn't even the original doctor. I went in, I had another doctor, and this was the second doctor. So I'm not even sure if the first doctor even knew what was wrong with me, because this doctor knew, and I didn't really see the other doctor after he pushed on my side and I had extreme pain. So he said I had, before I tell you what I have, this is what my CT looked like. I guess it looks like a little twist here. If it looks over here, it looks fine. I guess the fatty part was twisted and inflamed and kind of bulging out of my stomach. So the diagnosis is Epipleoc Appendigitis. That is what I have. And it's incredibly rare. I typed pronounce and Google said, we're going to sit this out. We're not going to pronounce this. We don't even know how to pronounce this. So I'm pretty sure it's how I just said. what exactly is this? And I'm going to repeat what I said, basically. The biggest problem is if it gets misdiagnosed for diverticulitis or appendicitis, which could result in a surgery, an unneeded surgery. And he said that himself. He said that if we misdiagnosed this, you probably would have had surgery, and that would not be cool. Or have some strict dietary change, and then I'd be living miserably, as Gia says I'm not allowed to have cookies and milk anymore. What the hell? So what is epipleoc appendigitis? It is a rare condition that causes intense stomach pain. So if you think you may have this, it's very important for you to get properly diagnosed. And I'm just going to get straight to the treatment of this is what I look. No, that's not what I look like. It is this I look like. The treatment is ibuprofen. And that's it. No dietary change, no change in my life. He said there's no real known cause. It's so rare that we don't really know why it happens. Just the fatty tissue twisted and it lost blood flow and it got inflamed and we don't really know why. Enough people, it does not happen to enough people to actually figure out why. They think it can maybe be caused by a random blood clot. Who the heck knows? So I'll quickly just skim over this. This fatty tissue it happens when you lose blood flow to the very small pouches situated over the colon or large intestine. This fatty tissue gets its blood supply from small vessels attached to the outside of the colon. Because these pouches of tissue are thin and narrow, their blood supply can become easily cut off. Easily cut off. When this happens, the tissue becomes inflamed. That's where I am right now. I'm inflamed. These pouches are called epipleoc appendages. People typically have 50 to 100 of them over their large intestine. Unlike the conditions it's often confused with, this usually does not require surgical treatment, so I am very happy about this. The main issue was abdominal pain. I did not have nausea, did not have fever, I was not vomiting, I didn't have loss of appetite, and I think I had self-induced diarrhea because we thought I had so many other problems that Gia and myself were just giving me a bunch of laxatives and Pepto-Bismol and stool softeners because we had to basically play doctor before seeing the doctor because we didn't know how much money it would be. Now, how am I going to be after Dr. Santa Claus treated me? Am I financially ruined? It is America. So when you go into the emergency room, another big question is, am I going to be able to afford the new boxes of Duel Links? Well, they don't require proof of payment. You go in, they treat you. I'm treated. I'm done. I don't even know how much it was. They didn't ask for a credit card. They didn't ask for anything. As far as they know, I gave them a fake address, which I'm probably sure is illegal, but they're going to send me the bill, and I guess I'll share that somewhere, and I guess I have till forever to pay it. Ligma positive Dkayed. And yes, before going to the doctor, because I live in America, I thought, you know what? I have such a great resource of smart people, which is the Twitch chat. Would you trust them with your life? I would. So I consulted with Twitch chat, and unanimously on my Monday stream, which was the day of going to the ER, they have all said that I have ligma. Now, thankfully, the doctor did disagree and correctly diagnosed me, and now I'm fine. And there you go. That is my story of not catching ligma, but almost getting ligma, and instead having this very rare and often misdiagnosed cause of acute abdomen pain. Thank you for watching. So thank you, fools.